All right, it's time for the round seven wrap. Welcome back, Say Less podcast, round seven wrap of the NRL. Here we go. Let's just get straight into it. It was an awesome round, great games, some very close finishes, golden points, big hits, everything you want to see in a round of NRL. Let's get straight into the first game. It was the Dolphins coming up against the Rabbitohs, Wayne against his apprentice, JD, and it was a great game. Very close in the first half, but then the Rabbitohs just blew them off the park in the second half. Campbell Graham played really well. Pretty much, I think he shored himself up a spot in the Origin side this year. 36-14 was the score in the end. Yeah, Rabbitohs just too good. Next up was the Sharks versus Roosters, which I think was the upset of the round. If you watch one of my earlier podcasts, I am tipping big things for the Roosters this season. But the Sharks came away with the win 22-12. Look, it was it was a fairly close game, but I think the second half, Nico Hines just put the foot on the accelerator and put on an absolute masterclass and just got the win for the Sharks. Yeah, the spine of the Roosters needs a lot of work. Yeah, it looked a bit clunky, but yeah, Sharks with the W. Next up, we have Manly versus the Storm, and I did tip Manly to get the upset over the Storm. And Daly Cherry Evans set up a beautiful try for Tom Trbojevic, just easily out. Too much speed for Munster there at fullback. I don't think we'll see Munster again this week at fullback, but who knows what Craig Bellamy is thinking. It was a bit of a feisty game with some big hits. Everyone's talking about Olakuatu and Alawai's hit on Justin Olam, but I think the winger Raymond Vega. Big hit on the Melbourne winger, Will Warbrick. I think that was a great hit. And you know what? If there wasn't the other big hit in the game, I think we'd be talking about that a bit more. But yeah, big win for Manly. I think they're back on track. After that, Warriors Cowboys. Warriors keep on winning, equal second on the ladder. SJ smiling. There's just a really good vibe about the Warriors at the moment. I just really think there's a good culture shift that maybe Webster, maybe just the players that they have right now have brought to the team. Yeah, Warriors keep on winning. The Cowboys, look, they played good in patches. There were some good things. I think they're not far away from a win, but yeah, Warriors just too strong. Next up was the Knights versus the Panthers. Now, I tipped the Panthers. It is the defending premiers, but I did say that it could be the upset around, and it almost was when Tyson Gamble kicked that field goal. But once again, your man, everyone's man, Nathan Cleary comes in clutch. Two field goals. That's right, two field goals this time. Um, Look, I think early in the game, big packed house, Knight Stadium, and you've got Tyson Gamble, Jacko Hastings, the two biggest yappers in the NRL, would just be absolutely feeding it to Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai. I think that's the way that you get to the Panthers. I think you just have to get under their skin, make them lose composure, and the Knights nearly came away with it. So, hard luck story for the Knights, but yeah, Panthers with another win. Look, I think Callum Ponga comes back next this week, but yeah, I think the Knights look better without Kalen Ponga. Look, that's a whole other video all about Kalen Ponga and the Knights. But yeah, hard luck to the Knights. But yeah, Panthers with another win. Next up, we have the Battle of Brisbane. Well, Brisbane Gold Coast, Titans, Broncos. Close in the first half, but yeah, Broncos kicked into another gear. Just blew them off the park in the second half. The back five of the Broncos absolutely on fire at the moment. So yeah, 43-26, weird scoreline, but yeah, Broncos way too strong. Next game was the Raiders versus the Dragons, and what a this terrible, terrible first half. It was just sloppy, so many drop balls. The game got exciting in the second half. Raiders come away with the win. I think they've got a bit of confidence now. Great game from Corey Horsburgh. Hudson Young, absolutely fantastic. One of his best games. The Raiders forward pack, I think, won that. Just watching the game, like, so frustrating, especially if you're a Dragons fan. But yeah, Benny Hunt always trying, such a great player. Jack Bird trying his heart out. It looked like those two were carrying the team. Tyrell Sloan, some flashes of brilliance, starting to look very comfortable there at fullback. But yeah, just the scoreline of 20-14. I think the Raiders were a bit better than that with a late try to Moga. But yeah, Raiders with the win. And the final game of the round was Eels versus Bulldogs, and yeah, the Eels just blew them off the park. Just too good, too many injuries, and just the Bulldogs are still building. They're just not a complete team right now. Yeah, the Moses Gutho, they look like they have a point to prove this year. Slow start with some tough games. Now they've got a few easier opponents, so yeah, bit of confidence now. Sean Lane makes a big difference as well. Yeah, Eels 30-4, big win. I think they're going to go win a lot more games now. But yeah, that's my wrap of round 7 of the NRL. Check out my next video. The podcast will be up later, and my tips for round number 8. Peace out.